Good day, happy travelers. Seven Continents Travel Agency here today, talking about shore excursions at the port of call Geraldton, Australia, brought to you by Royal Caribbean. So if you're watching this, you're one of two people. One, you're booked on this cruise, or two, you're thinking of booking this cruise and you would like to see what shore excursions are available. So we will show you the price, height, age, weight limitations, as well as any noted mobility concerns that may be available. We'll also show you if anything is hot and in demand. Nothing's sold out. This cruise leaves in a little less than a month. There is some limited availability. One thing has one spot left and another thing has 4 spots left. So if you're looking at booking this cruise either this year or perhaps into the future, 2025 and beyond, these 2 items have high demand. So you may want to book them when you book. That way you can ensure that you participate in it, because there's nothing worse than wanting to go on an excursion only to find out you can't because it is sold out. Let's start off with the Museum of Geraldton. $74 for an adult, $59 for kids, 3 hours long, leaves at 11 a.m. And there's an awful lot of words here. It's going to tell you everything you're going to see along the way. Feel free to pause, read all these words here if you want to see what you're going to see before you book it. I find that the highlights is typically a paraphrase of the above, so feel free to pause and read that there as well. This is not a wheelchair-friendly tour. They say not to select it. There is some stairs to manage, and there is significant standing time on this particular excursion to see all that there is to see listed in the overview. If you want to get away from the museum and look at wildlife and birds, 104 for adults, 74 for kids, 3 hours long, leaves at 10:30. And in short, you're going to see wildlife and birds. These words here will confirm that. The highlights here highlight what is in the overview and will reaffirm that you're looking at wildlife and birds. There is some stairs to manage to get in and out of the bus. Wheelchairs should not select this. And the ranger meeting at the ship is not guaranteed. So if you're looking forward to the ranger visiting you at the ship, that just can't be guaranteed. What about a skywalk with lunch? $289 per adult, $249 for kids, leaves at 10 a.m. for 8 hours, and you're going on a skywalk, and you're going to have lunch. Burgers and hot dogs is what's in the picture there. Let's take a look at that one. There it is. Brats, burgers, there you go. So there's your lunch. So you're going to see all that there is to see, and you can take a pause, make note of these items here that you're going to see. There's about 1,640 feet of walking from the bus to the skywalk. Be mindful of the temperatures. It's hot. When this thing leaves in February, it's the equivalent of July in North America. So it's going to be toasty. There you go. So there's a lot of walking, flat terrain. And I don't see any notes here that say folks in wheelchairs should not select this. So that is noteworthy, just it might be a lot. How about the Best of Port Denison with lunch? $394 per guest, 4 spots left available. 7 hours long, leaves at 9:30 in the morning. Minimum age is 18. You're going to discover these items listed here with the highlights, more highlights than in the overview. But it's going to talk about how you're going to get to where you're going, what you're going to see along the way. And then this is even an excursion not only for your feet, but also your taste buds. Guests must be able to enter the transportation unaided. Dietary restrictions, you got to provide them to the ship. If you have some allergies, or maybe you're no carb or gluten-free, whatever needs to be communicated well in advance. Otherwise, you may not be accommodated. Want to head to the island and get some lunch? Looks like a lot of fun there. $583 per adult, $547 for kids, 6 hours, 45 minutes long, leaves at 10 a.m., and you're going off to the island from the air. Wow. So after driving to the airport, board your flight, you're going to see the island from the air. Now that is an experience. You're going to see all these items listed here. You're going to get a lunch with refreshing juice, tea, or coffee. After lunch, you're going to head out into the beach, enjoy the beach, and then you're going to land back in your town and head it back to the boat. Got to be able to walk. Got to get onto the plane unassisted, and not recommended for those with limited mobility. Wetsuits are available to rent. Got to sign a waiver. And there is an awful lot of notes here. So that is Well, hey, I'll tell you what, that is pretty cool. How about an architecture walk? One spot available on our cruise, $59 per guest. 2.5 hours long, leaves at 10:30, and you are going to go see the buildings, the CBD, the Central Business District. You're going to get a little bit of an architectural overview. Take a moment, read that, pause, and does include some walking. More than a mile. And you got to get in and out of the boat. If you're going to drink alcohol, you got to be 18 and stand for a long time. Bring your own water. There you go. So that is, well, that's Geraldton, Australia. So I hope you found something you wanted to do. And until the next video, I hope you travel safely.